Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Keep Moving. I'm your host, Big Unk, and that's Captain Eli. So, we're going to dive into it today because it is a great day to be alive, like my favorite country singer, Travis Tritt, used to say.
Right on, right on. How are you doing?
Good, good. Yesterday was the World Cup finals, so that was cool to watch. Spain won. Argentina acted like a bunch of 6-year-olds after they lost.
Surprise.
It was pretty bad. But I guess first things first, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. I personally haven't been watching the World Cup much, but my mom, weirdly, who has not been a soccer fan in the past, was obsessed with it.
Oh,
Just
Holland.
what was that?
Have you watched Tom Holland?
Tom Holland, the
No,
actor?
not Tom Holland, but Holland, the Eric Holland.
Oh yeah, the really big tall guy. I've been
The
seeing the
blonde.
memes. I've been seeing the memes of him.
Yeah, I'll send you a clip. You'll understand why people have been watching him.
Gotcha. Okay, okay. Well, I look forward to it.
Of course you do. Uh, but beyond that, yeah, let's keep moving.
But yeah, no, I was seeing a lot of the discourse around the finals because Argentina was kind of seen as the evil empire.
They are.
They're big Israel supporter.
Mhm. They've
Javi
got $1 billion of my money.
exactly. You know, Javier Milei is like a right-wing moron, awful piece of crap, et cetera,
Yeah,
et cetera.
yeah.
And
But
then Spain was on the opposite end of, not being that, generally being on the right side.
so I think the way it came down is Benjamin Netanyahu went on television and it was like, "Oh, Spain, boo! We're rooting for Argentina." But then everyone goes, "Israel didn't even make the tournament. You
Yeah.
can't. Nobody cares who you pick."
I mean, and it's perfectly designed to polarize people against whatever he says. If he said, "Oh, I love chocolate," people are like, "Chocolate sucks. We hate chocolate," because he sucks that badly.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody, but the rest of the world really wasn't caring. They were like, I mean, majority of the world was pulling for Spain in this match anyway, right? Because
Hmm.
Argentina, they've won, they've got a, their egos are huge.
Yeah,
Even the Germans were like, Spania.
yeah,
Like they were rooting for Spain because again, that's a European neighbor. They actually I mean, Germans and Spanish get along quite well from my experience being overseas. They go holidays down there. The
a
Germans
lot of
because
holidays. You're right.
yeah, they go holidays on the coast. So some of my friends are actually there right now in Grana and Malaga and one other town, Area. Uh, they're smaller places that aren't very touristy, but they're smaller places. So,
Hmm,
I'm happy that Spain won.
same here.
Super excited. But the funny thing is that Spain, they were waiting for Donald Trump to get off the stage, and he was just standing there. And so then the president of FIFA like says, "Hey, you got to get off the stage." He comes and pulls him off, tries to pull him off the stage, and he just doesn't move. And so the Spanish team's like, "Yeah, go,
Yeah,
go. Like
please
we'll
leave.
wait."
Please leave. He wants to be with the winners no matter what. He just
Yeah,
wants to be seen with the winners. He's such a dork that way.
yeah, and he was pulling for Argentina, so they were like, whatever. But the Mexican president, the president of Mexico, she was there, and I think another the prime minister of Canada was also there to
Mm,
give awards. So all three of the host nations gave out some awards, so it was
hmm.
cool. But Spain is very supportive of Palestine,
Yeah.
and they are very supportive of people. Oh, someone's calling. We'll get that in a second. But more importantly, yeah, so it was really cool to see all that going down. And again, Spain, congratulations on the huge victory. But
Yeah.
there's also the picture of the famous footballer, Messi, right? Messi. And at the time, Messi wins. The family. There's a picture of a baby being like washed by Messi, and it's an immigrant. Turns out it's the kid. Oh, what's his name? Oh, I can't even remember right now, but it's the kid who beat him from Spain.
Oh,
So the kid, like he's like the youngest player in the World Cup. He's like 17, 18 years old.
oh, okay.
His little brother is like this tiny little like dark chocolate like M&M dot. So it was like, oh man, like did the soccer gods really replace you, Messi, with this little kid? Yes,
Dang.
they did. So hey, it's cool. Messi had long hair back then. This kid's got hair, and this kid was the one who held the Palestine flag in the victory when his team won the Premier League or whatever. So
Spain's been weirdly good on Palestine. And I'm not sure if that's a surprise, but they've been actually sticking their neck out somewhat for it. And I don't even think it's enough, but they're doing the most out of most European countries.
yeah, I heard that. So like the currently like Trump like threatened them saying like we'll cut off,
Oh yeah.
and they basically said, okay, what are you gonna take from us, Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
Because Coca-Cola ain't going nowhere. I
It
mean,
it's it's
nowhere.
like a 90-10 issue.
Yeah, it's like, mm,
Unless you're a billionaire, most people in most groups are like, yeah, no.
yeah. Oh, we're not gonna let our seller. I mean, they are protesting. I mean, in Albania, they're protesting his envoy. So it's like who showed
Yeah.
up in a yacht, which is very like again, you showing up in your yacht cruiser is just very disingenuous to like people who are suffering.
They have no concepts of themselves and how disgusting they appear. They just
They're
don't
like,
they
oh,
don't
well, I'm
they
going to
don't
turn
see
into
it.
a family vacation. I'm like, bro, you're showing up on a yacht. You're better off getting off a plane, walking through security, getting in a car. At
Yeah.
least they can justify the diplomatic, like motorcade, all that sort of stuff. But to get off a yacht and
Yeah.
like port it in our country, I mean, those people are like, get them the F out of here.
Yeah.
Like, this
No,
is
which is a very valid response to seeing something like that. Be like, no, get out of here.
no,
Get out
no,
of here.
because it's insulting. It's insulting to the working
Incredibly.
class people. And I was watching this guy, and I don't agree with him. But the far right people are even like losing it. They're like, "Dude, this is terrible.
They're
You
aware of
can't
aesthetics.
like you can't be a billionaire showing up to like poor nations on a yacht because your family wanted to take a vacation.
It's always I want to say it's always funny when right wingers do stuff like that because their politics are directly allowing people like that to do whatever they want.
You know, well, because I think that I believe, for the most part, are exactly what I was telling you. Like, I get mad at Democrats. I'm like, Democrats are like, well, I'm just not going to vote. Those people are like, look, I'm going to vote because this dude's going to do the one thing that I want, the
Yeah,
one thing that they want. And they're like, yeah. And now that they've got the one things they want, like many people was like abortion. Now they're like, well, I'm just don't
it's
care anymore.
ashes in their mouths.
Yeah.
They got
So,
exactly what they wanted and they hate it. They're mad about it. They're upset.
well, they're upset that now, like, they're saying, like, oh, so the United States government is like $37 trillion in debt. Trump has added 12 trillion of that. Like, I don't understand how anyone would be like fiscal conservative. Somebody's like, he's running it like a business. Yeah, he's running it like a regular business where you like liquidate all the assets and then you leave
Yeah,
someone else
corporate
foot the
raider
bill.
style.
You're like, yeah, corporate raider. Like, that's
I
not a
could
business, bro.
you and I are old enough to sort of remember the like early 2000s fiscal Republican responsible, all the nonsense, the debt clock, all that stuff.
Well, I'm a 90s guy, but okay, yeah.
Sure, but they were running it up into like I remember in Obama era being like the debt clock, da, 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 da.
Yeah, now they just kind of shut that thing off. They're like,
It's
let's not
weird. It's
let's not look at that. Let's
Yeah, it's
let's just
weird
pull the
how that
curtain
that
down.
just falls by the wayside. They didn't care about that at
Yeah.
all. Suddenly, when it's their boy doing
So
the
yeah.
debt.
Yeah, but anyway, so Donald Trump tried to celebrate with the Spanish team. Spanish team wasn't having it. And shout out to the videographers for. So I watched the entire match on Telemundo.
Oh wow,
No, I've watched the whole World Cup on Telemundo.
true fan.
Well, because I have Peacock, and I was like, I'm not paying Fox Nation or Fox Sports any extra money just to hear some like crazy dude like talk. I'm like, no. And by the way, like half the broadcasting team's like, I'm not doing this anymore with this guy.
Are there
So anyway,
sports commentators also insane? I don't watch Fox unless
no,
I'm
no.
being
Only
forced.
one of the sports commentators was insane, and that's um his name starts with an L. Like some American guy that nobody likes.
Hmm.
Anyway, so moving on. Yes, congratulations to Spania. Uh, my friends in Madrid said the party last night was crazy,
No, I bet.
and so hopefully, they have a good time. Well, in other news, what else did we have? I guess Big Unk is going to take a victory lap.
So, well, as Spain was celebrating their victory, there was another type of victory.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
taking my victory lap
yeah, what was that?
because I've always said Andrew Tate is exactly what's wrong with America.
Did
Andrew,
something bad happen to Andrew Tate recently?
oh my God, Andrew Tate was in New York,
Hmm.
didn't get arrested, went to Miami, where all of his right wing conservative sicko fans and the base boys and the Max Gooners and all that other crap.
Many would say that Florida is the most Andrew Tate state.
It probably is, but yet he got arrested.
Dang.
Arrested for sex trafficking and his extradition charges. He and his brother, and so now they're being exonerated back to England. Now, here's the reason why, and a lot
Ex
of people, what
Oh, you said exonerated, extradited. I just want
extradited?
to,
Sorry,
yeah, it's
exonerated. I'm
good.
sorry. He's being extradited back. Thank you for that catch, Floridian slip. But he was being extradited back to England because he has avoided the criminal courts by being in Romania and Albania and like staying in places where the English couldn't get to him. But the minute he came back on the U.S. soil, U.S. Customs and Patrol, I mean, this is the one time where I'm like, ICE got him.
Support our ICE agents. Support it. Well, it's
It,
technically it's U.S. Marshals, but
yeah. U.S. Marshals. I've been working at ICE, but he's got these people that are picking him up, and he is now going to be extradited back to England. The reason why this is important for people to understand the context of it is that the United States and England have had a long running diplomatic kind of courtesy thing where if somebody does something and you request extradition, you tend to be like, okay, what are the facts of the matter? Is this a case that like they can be charged for here or something that there? And because this is a sexual assault, I do not think, and I don't think the administration currently in the United States wants to take that battle on and basically rip up um, our handshake and deal, our partners, our and honestly, our actual real partners, not like Israel, but this like real country of Great Britain and England and the Commonwealth thereof, because that's how we have our relations with Canada and islands all over the world. So let's just be real. Andrew Tate is going back to England. He will face trial there, and I believe they're coming for him full tilt.
yeah. Well, I wrote down some notes. He has, I think it was 59 charges against him. Seven victims, dating from 2010 to 2017.
Mm.
That the charges are, uh, what was it? Rape, sex trafficking, assault, CSAM, extreme porn, which probably means, sexual assault style porn.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Even if
it
it's
wasn't just Tate, it was his brother Tristan as well. They were
yeah,
both arrested outside of a boxing event that they were supposed to co-host with somebody. Um, so literally they were on their way to like be in a public event and they got arrested. Um, they thought they were untouchable. And to be fair, to be very fair to them, they kind of are up until this moment. Trump used some serious leverage to get them out of the Romania jam. They were arrested in Romania, and
yeah.
he put the screws to Romania to let them go.
Well, guess what? Ain't happening in the UK. The
Well,
UK is not going to let it happen. And the worst thing about it is there's this anti-Muslim sentiment in Great Britain, and so this is going to follow them there.
yeah, which
And
I think
I don't
is
agree with it.
yeah. I
Again,
was going
I'm
to say
not
it's
agree.
very unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. But what I do agree with is that those two guys for far too long have been acting like the representation of what men really are in America. And I think that has been a detrimental harm to every young person that watches that show.
Yeah,
Like because look who's come after. It's been Clavicular and Jack Doherty, and it's been these like really chud thumb looking little kids who are like, yeah, I'm getting these girls to do OnlyFans porn for me. I'm like, but you're just a pimp. You call it management. You're just a pimp.
Yeah, you're a trafficker.
Yeah.
I've been following Andrew Tate from afar and kind of horror. He had this thing called Hustlers University. Um,
Hostlers University.
no, 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 no. You sound way too classy. He's got this really bizarre American Cockney accent that just like it's so weird. But
Hustlers.
Hustlers University.
So it's supposed to be a
Um,
hustler or
we've lost our only subscriber. They've left now. They can't stand this Anglophobia. But regardless, if you haven't heard Andrew Tate speak, it's weird. It's very weird. Um, but he had this Hustlers University, and he explicitly in it was describing tricking women into falling in love with him and then doing cam shows for him, right? To be
yeah.
like, hey, I love you so much. We just need some money. And then taking most of the money.
Hmm.
It's so
Yeah,
like
take 80%.
yeah, it was just like I'm listening to a man describe a crime and he's saying it like he's got knowledge of like, oh, this is how you make money. You trick girls into falling in love with you. It's like that's the Romeo scheme. That's just trafficking.
Yeah.
Why isn't he being charged with this? This is ridiculous. It's like I don't know. You're just
Yeah.
allowed to do that.
But again, I go back to this is what American men have been looking at as like this tough guy mentality,
Oh yeah,
this concept that these are the type of people that you want around in your life and you want around your kids and
it's
you want them
horrific.
to be involved in your life, but they are not the type of people you want involved in life. These are the type of people that you do not want around your kids. And I would never want somebody like around my nieces or nephews. I mean, you guys at home. I love each and every one of you, but I do not want you around Andrew Tate. If we
Yeah,
can avoid this,
or
we will
people.
definitely avoid that by 100,000% and get rid of Andrew Tate the best way that we can because that guy needs to go. He just needs to F and go.
Yeah, I would say Andrew Tate and people who think he's anything but a piece of garbage. Anyone who's like even moderately Andrew Tate, if you're neutral on Andrew Tate, I think you should be questioned. He's a very, very nasty little piece of work. He's not a nice guy. Um, and I have some concerns because you're saying he might, it's a definite sure thing. He's going to be sent back. I mean, the Trump administration, if they want to put the thumb on the scale and not address it directly, there's things they can do. I
What are they
was
going to do? They can delay.
They can delay. They can choose not to file a complaint. The DOJ, the Trump DOJ, can choose not to file a complaint. The Secretary of State can choose
Well,
not to. Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
Yeah, the Secretary of State could choose not to sign a warrant. You just leave it on his desk. You'd be like, well, we don't know, we don't know. So they could really gum up the works if they wanted to.
There already was a warrant for him.
Yeah,
So the warrant's already executed.
from England, but he has to sign off on it, and they have to file a complaint. So there's a
So
process.
so no so you can't execute the warrant here in the States without someone else's already signed off.
Yeah, but according to
So
NBC, I'm just reporting what they were saying is it's not a done deal.
I'm confused more so because just because England has the warrant out, they don't have to execute it here. Almost like the ICC has a warrant out for Benjamin Netanyahu, and they don't have to execute it. But if it's already signed off by somebody and they act on it, it would lay to say that somebody has already said yes, this is moving forward because they're using
Yeah,
our resources. They
um,
can't just go arrest somebody without getting permission to use our resources.
understood. I'm just reporting what NBC said, and they said it has not been signed yet. And of course, there's no historical examples of this process not working, someone being gummed up, the works being processed up, gummed up for. It's the Trump administration. They love doing constitutional crisis. They love being the
Yeah.
first on the worst things.
Well, let's pray. Let's hope and
Sure,
pray
sure.
that these two individuals, because I don't think it's going to go well, right? I don't think. I mean, especially knowing that the acting attorney general is facing very bad pushback because of the Epstein files. Like, I don't think anybody wants to, like, of all things you're going to die on a hill for, Andrew Tate wouldn't be in my top five. He just wouldn't because I don't think, again, he was the man that kids during COVID were looking to for manhood. Now I don't think that. And I think all these guys are slowly learning that being a good man isn't about smacking, slutting out, or pimping on somebody. Being a good man is taking care of your basic responsibilities, showing love and compassion for people who that you care about, and that you are effective in helping those people in your life succeed.
Yeah,
That's what good men do.
I would like to think of this podcast as the anti Andrew Tate podcast, the diametrically opposed to his worldview podcast.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
100. I'm 3,082% opposed to that guy. And
yeah, no,
again,
I think
I started when I sat back and I told you like it's what made me sick to my stomach was knowing that young people were looking at this guy as an actual role model. And I believe role models are like Charles Barkley once said. He goes, "I am not your role model, but if you choose to follow me, know that I am flawed."
yeah,
And that's a lot of role models. They should be like, "Hey, look, I shouldn't be your role model, but if you choose to, I'm flawed." Remember, there are things that do. Like I drink whiskey and I smoke cigars, and I used to do a lot of booger sugar, and I used to hang out all nights and days and weeks, and now I don't do those things. But
hmm
that comes with age. It comes with maturity. It comes with responsibility. But what I'm not going to do is allow for somebody to take advantage of young people who are just trying to figure their shit out, like point
yeah,
blank.
and I think that's how Tate was able to succeed. Is there was just not a lot of other voices in the room who were speaking to young men in such a way that they were able to hear it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, they're not, and they're still not. I don't think there's a lot of people still. I mean, because everyone they chase clicks.
Sure.
They're chasing clicks. They're chasing the clickbait, like doing things that get you 100,000 followers. I mean, I didn't know what a gooner was until like more recently, and apparently it's somebody just like act stupid while they're like doing something sexual. I don't know. What? What is that?
Nothing.
That face
I
you're make?
what was that?
That face you're making. You're like,
Just, I was going to make a joke about soccer actually. I think it's Arsenal fans are called gooners.
mm, interesting. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Yes, this is the power sign for how do we make a deal. You forgot Captain America? All right, whatever. You don't remember when Captain? Okay. You know what? Anyway, are you frozen or is that just me? I think you might actually be frozen. Uh-oh. All right. Well, folks, that's it for this episode of Keep Moving because Eli's stuck on beauty. Keep yourself going and have a great day and even better tomorrow.